Welcome back to the boot camp. So you've gotten through the slide on that last lesson. That's a good deal. That's a hard one to get down. So if you got to this point, you've got that down. That's great. And you've already played through Bile and Cabbage down, which is what we're about to learn our first lead break on. So with what you did last lesson, you've already played a good portion of what we're going to do here. The big difference is we're going to start mixing the rolls here. We're going to do a forward roll over the C chord and the D7 chord so that we hit those melody notes. Now, the forward roll that we're going to do here is a little different than your second or third lesson. In that lesson I had you go 3-2-1, 3-2-1, 3-1. For this forward roll, we're actually going to start it with, on the C chord, it'll be 2-1 and then 5-2-1, 5-2-1, and on the D7 chord it'll be 3-1, 5-2-1, 5-2-1. So you might want to practice that just 2-1, 5-2-1, 5-2-1, 3-1, 5-2-1, 5-2-1. It shouldn't take you very long. You've already been through the other lesson. You should pick that right up. Where the difficulty is going to be is changing chords right after that slide and starting the forward roll, because we haven't done that yet, and mixing up the rolls. So being able to change those rolls and not break your rhythm and just keep playing is something you have to be able to do. So this is a big test, but I know you can do it. So let's get into it. Now I'm going to show you why I'm playing it the way I am, and what we're doing to get those melody notes. And we use tab to do that. Now I haven't shown you any tab up to this point because there really hasn't been any point to. And even here, I believe you don't really need it, although it is a great way to show what we're doing. Okay? So if you've never looked at tab before, you don't understand it, I mean, you could go type in on Google or whatever, tablature, how to read tablature or whatever, and you will find tons of articles on how to read it. But basically, each line here represents the string of the banjo. Okay, starting from the top is the first string, and then goes down second, third, fourth, fifth. So the fifth string is on the bottom of this tablature here. If you have a 0 up here, 0 represents you're going to hit that string open. If there's a number on it, that's where the string is fretted. So basically, tablature shows you what strings to hit and where to fret them. That's about it. Takes a little practice to learn to read it as you play through, but it's not hard. You can get it. So I'm going to use this to show you why I'm doing what I'm doing to get this melody break for you. So if you look at this right here is the melody notes to Bile and Cabbage down. Now, I do have another video out there, how to come up with your own Scruggs breaks, out there on my blog you might want to look at, and I'm kind of going to go through a similar thing here. Rule of thumb with Scruggs style, we're not going to play every melody note, we're going to play about every other melody note. So straight up, I can get rid of the upbeat melody notes here, the ones that repeat. If the downbeat's the same as the upbeat, then we can just get rid of the upbeat and just build from there. So since these upbeat notes are the same as the downbeats, we can just get rid of those and we'll build from there. Same here, same here, same here, same here, and here. Alright, so these are the actual notes we're going to play. And all the melody notes are on the second string and the third string. Okay? So to get that first melody note, so Bile them, so that first melody note is Bile, right? So Bile them Cabbage. So we're not going to just hit that. We're going to do what we did last time. We're going to slide into it, because when we slide on the second to the fret to the fourth, that's the same note as the second string open. It's a B. So we're going to slide into that melody note. Bile them Cabbage, right? Bile them Cabbage. Because the next note's the same one. That's why we do it 2 in a row. So what I'm going to do now is so I'm going to make this a 16th note. And we'll go ahead and just delete this one. And so I'm going to make a forward roll. And then I'm going to put a slide in here from the 2nd to the 4th fret. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Actually, I can just copy this. Alright, so there's our first measure. That's exactly what we did last week. So that gets those two melody notes. Bile them, cabbage. So the next melody note is the 2nd string of the 1st fret of that C chord. And so we're going to use that, and we're going to just play that forward roll I just went over. Oh. Alright, and now the third measure here, we're doing the same thing we did in the first, so I can just copy this whole first measure and paste it in here. Okay, so for the D chord here, the melody note is the 3rd string fretted at the 2nd fret of a D chord. The full D chord is this, where we're going to play the D7 and then do that forward roll again. So we're going to do a 3, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1. So that would be alright. So now you see where we get the melody notes from. Again, we have the same melody notes in the 5th fret as the 1st and the 3rd, so we can just copy that again and paste it right in this measure. Alright, and where are we here? There we go. So the next measure is the C chord again. Again, we can just copy that and paste it right here. And this one, what we're going to do is the same thing we did last time. We're just going to do a slide, then come back and hold the D7, and then we're hitting that melody note again with just an alternating thumb roll. Okay, so this measure we're just going to... Alright, so we'll do that again. I'll get rid of that note. And add that slide in here again. And then we'll just do alternating thumb roll just like last time to finish this measure off. And then what we can do with this last measure here is we can just do some pinches. So now here we can just pinch. A lot of times when you're playing, we'll just be pinching the 1st and the 5th strings. You can pinch all 3 of them if you'd like, but that's it. So there's our break right there. So I hope that helped you understand why we do what we do to get these what rolls we're playing, to get the melody notes we need to get to play to render these melodies. So now let's go over here to back to the Bile and Cabbage page on the site, and Bile and Cabbage down. And so I think the first thing we want to do, go ahead and play along with this melody track, because a lot of times you may not be able to hear it. You know, a lot of new players can't seem to hear that melody. This will help you hear the melody, playing the melody break along with the melody track at first. But your milestone is going to be playing along with the regular backing track without the melody notes in it, so that you carry that melody all by yourself. So let's just do this real quick and play along with this melody track first. So that might help you hear that melody a little bit while you're playing it, but here's your actual melody, here's your actual milestone, is to go all the way up here and just pull down the regular backing track and play along with that. This might be a little tough at first, but find that timing. You hear those chord changes with the backing tracks and try to get in time with it, okay? So there you go. Again, this may take a little while to get mix those rolls up and play along with this. This just the backing track without the melody notes, but you can do it. Just keep working at it, and you've come a long way. So go ahead and work on this, get this one down, and we've got more lessons to come. See you next time.